have Lake Mission Viejo behind us, and we're going to give you
And it's windy.
It's very windy. The Santa Ana winds, sometimes we get them, although they're not that hot right now.
No.
But anyway, so we're going to give you a full vlog tour of the city of Mission Viejo, which includes Lake Mission Viejo behind us. And yeah, that's what we're going to do, so stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sean Dezahd.
And I'm Courtney Dezahd.
And we're with the California Homes Group right here in Orange County, California. And if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, and playing in Orange County, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the little bell so you're notified every time a new video comes out. And we get so many calls for people looking to either buy or sell a home in Orange County, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking about moving to, moving from, or moving within Orange County, either give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back.
Okay, Courtney, now where are we?
So we are right by Lake Mission Viejo.
This is North Beach, actually.
Yeah, and just not to cause any confusion, only residents of Mission Viejo can go inside the lake. So you actually have to live inside the city of Mission Viejo to go to this lake. And this lake is very cool. I really like it.
They have a beach.
They do have.
You can swim in this lake.
They have two beaches.
Yeah, I mean, you actually can swim in this lake.
Yeah, and you can boat and fish. Actually,
yes.
A lot of people who live around the lake, because actually two of Sean's clients, longtime clients, they almost bought a house here because they're really, really, really into fishing. So
yes, and so basically, you gotta love the lake. It's really nice, and again, it's a man-made lake, of course. Mm-hmm. However, unlike a lot of the other lakes, quote unquote, that are in Orange County, you can actually swim in this lake.
Yeah, I've actually done a triathlon in this
The other lakes don't get in them.
Yeah,
bad things can happen.
That's true. So it is nice on the summers to go swimming here. Although I must admit it can get a little crowded. So you definitely have to come early if you want to, get a spot at the lake.
Yes, and again, it's really nice. You got again, a lot of there's different. You have condos, you have townhomes, you have houses. This is like pretty much the most expensive part of Mission Viejo is right around this lake area. In fact, the lakefront houses, they go for $2 to $3 million, and they're not. They're certainly on the more expensive side.
Yeah, and then just across from us, there's a big sports park because, like much of South County, Mission Viejo has park after park after park, and Mission Viejo in particular is known for producing some really, really phenomenal athletes.
Yes, so this is Olympic Central right here.
Yeah,
in fact, I mean, there's actually a park called Florence Griffith Joyner Olympiad Park.
Yeah, because Florence Griffith Joyner, we're track athletes, we're former, so we know who she is. But she was really good. Yes, I think she still holds
world records.
Yeah, world records. Yeah, so she was from Mission Viejo. So.
Yeah, and so again, and actually that's just down the street from here is where you have that park. Really cool. You have fields there. You have playgrounds. It's really nice.
Yeah, so tons of sports in Mission Viejo, tons of parks. Another, area that we want to show you is there is the shops at Mission Viejo.
Yeah, so actually, and this is a whole cluster of things. So basically, Mission Viejo has these major arteries, right? You have Marguerite, you have Alicia Parkway, you have Crown Valley, you have Felipe Road, you have just so many different major roads that run through here. They're like 4 to 8 lane to maybe 10 lane roads. I mean, these are big roads and just funnels a lot of people through. But in particular, where the 5 freeway hits Crown Valley Parkway, you have so much stuff going on. There's a huge hub where you have shopping centers, you have hospital, you have like Saddleback College. You just got a lot of stuff going on right in that particular pocket.
Yeah.
And so in particular, so as far as the shopping aspect is concerned, the shops at Mission Viejo and Kaleidoscope Mall are right off of, again, Crown Valley and the 5 freeway.
Yeah, and they have, I actually think the Kaleidoscope has really good restaurants.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you want some good restaurants, go there. The shops at Mission Viejo has, pretty much...
Cheesecake Factory. It's your standard indoor mall, which is really nice. So it's a good size indoor mall. So in the rare events that we actually do have when it's raining, you probably don't want to go to Irvine Spectrum, which is a huge outdoor mall.
Or when it gets really hot.
Yeah.
It's a nice,
Yeah, again, it's a great area. We like the shops at Mission Viejo. They have your Nordstrom's, your Macy's, your Cheesecake Factory, of course. I believe H&M is there too. So you have a lot of your major shops. You're set there.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, just up, Crown Valley Parkway, you're gonna hit Providence, Hospital too.
Yeah, and that is so they have Children's Hospital of Orange County. They have a satellite
campus there.
There. Yeah, which is good to know.
Which our son has actually been to.
Yeah, our son has actually been there.
Yeah, because he had an asthma issue when he was
and so they had to transfer him there. They'll either transfer you there if you have to go to a children's hospital, or the one in Orange, depending on how much room they have.
But in South County, it's really nice to have that option, where it's right there.
For kids, just insider tip: if you need to get stitches, a lot of times doctors, they won't do it. They'll say you have to go to a children's hospital. So just to know that there's a children's hospital right there.
Yeah, and actually they do have a trauma ward there.
Yeah,
so
they have a trauma ward.
Yeah, actually, her mom.
Yeah, when my mom, she broke her hip. And she had to go. That's where they transferred her, is to that hospital.
Yeah.
So
basically, again, good hospital. In fact, there was a banner saying they're #1 in Orange County. So I'm not. It's a so it's a good hospital. They must be good at something. So. So so that's nice to have right there.
We've been there twice.
Yes, yeah, and we were happy with the results. They took care of our family members really, really well. And then on top of that, and then just up the hill a little bit more, you have Saddleback Junior College, which is one of the best junior colleges in the country.
Yes, and it's really known for its transfer rate. So a lot of students will go there because they know that it has a really high transfer rate to Cal State schools
and
to
UC schools.
So a lot of people will say, I don't want to spend $60,000 on undergraduate. They just do it at Saddleback, and it's really good school. And it has also a very, very good veterans program.
Yeah.
So they're known for really helping veterans, make use of, the education that they get from being in the military. So, they've had really good success transferring people all the way up to, getting their doctorate. So. Yeah,
and in Saddleback, and again, I know people kind of give flack to junior colleges for maybe they think the education's not as good, but honestly, it's a really good school. Again, and the fact that it keeps the kids having to stay on that straight and narrow. They're not already at their university, right? So they actually still have to so this keeps them on a good fast track program to get there. And then on top of that, so obviously we already kind of discussed that Mission Viejo has tons and tons of parks, and it produces tons of athletes. In fact, one of Courtney's really good friends, they moved to Mission Viejo, and they were a bit intimidated, I would say, by how athletic and how just coordinated all the kids were.
Yeah, they did soccer, and they said, we don't think we're ready for this. So. Yeah.
So,
but then one interesting thing about Mission Viejo is that there are some pockets that don't have HOAs.
Yes. I recently had a listing last year actually that it literally had HOA dues of $21 per month, and that was only
for the lake.
And so it's not one of those things where you had this exorbitant hundreds of dollars a month. It was a really low HOA due, and it's really nice to, again, for some people, they just don't want to have an HOA overseeing them, and Mission Viejo offers actually a decent amount of that. Now, of course, they also have, tons of properties with HOA dues.
Yeah.
That's why, if depending on what you're looking for, you got to reach out to us so we can kind of point you to the right direction there.
Yeah, and then there is Mission Viejo is a little unusual because it also has a decent amount of land that's actually unincorporated. It's not technically part of Mission Viejo, but Rancho Mission Viejo is part of that.
Yes, so it's a census district, so it's no longer really, I guess, a part of Mission Viejo.
Yeah.
It was, way back when, and it's newer development. So what you have in Mission Viejo, kind of before we go to Rancho Mission Viejo, is that if you're looking for brand new construction, you're really not going to find that here.
Yeah.
It's just it's much more established, especially for South Orange County. It's very established. You have a lot of properties built in the 70s, 80s, 90s that were, that were developed in Mission Viejo. Now, that's obviously, for some people it's good and bad. Some people just want new construction, and that's what they want. And actually, that's where Rancho Mission Viejo can be very helpful. It has a lot of very new construction there.
Yeah.
But with new construction, now people do like the floor plans and all that other stuff, but okay, it seems like a general rule of thumb is the newer the construction, the smaller the parcel of land.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a bit of a backyard, a nice sized backyard, and then you want to spread your wings a little bit, Mission Viejo does offer that. Actually, you have a lot of properties again that built in the 70s and 80s where you get that. Now and for some people that's really important to them. Obviously you have so many parks here that it may not be that important because you do have these other options.
Yeah, and then just Rancho Mission Viejo, it's very new. I mean, there's a lot that's still being built out there.
Yeah.
They're kind of trying to make it sort of be like the new Ladera Ranch.
Yeah, which was also once part of Mission Viejo.
Yeah, which was also once part of Mission Viejo. Actually, if you go to Ladera Ranch, your Google Maps will say Mission Viejo. So
yeah, so Ladera Ranch is also right next to Mission Viejo, and basically it's not as new as Rancho Mission Viejo, but not, I guess, as old as Mission Viejo.
Yeah, and that has a lot of, it's very planned, everything is, where it's supposed to be, and lots of new construction, so.
And I would say that Mission Viejo is still, relatively, oh, thank you.
Flower.
I'm a flower child.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Mission Viejo still has a lot of really smart and, nice planning.
Yeah.
Especially with all the parks and the residential areas and all that stuff. But at the time, again, what I love about Mission Viejo though is that you do have it's the prices are really actually very fair for what you're getting, and you can get some space. You can have a place that doesn't really have an HOA, so just offer some very unique features. And then the lake is a really awesome aspect of it too.
Yeah, for sure. So that's it. That's our video on Mission Viejo, our vlog tour on Mission Viejo.
And if you see that really cool property online that just looks awesome and you want to check it out, you got to reach out to us. So either you can give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back.